So hi guys, this is the Devops mock interview day 78. We already completed 77 mock interviews. So if you are newly visited in this channel, go and check out all 77 mock interviews. How? I will going to show you. Okay, new one has joined. Yeah, hi Joy.
Yeah, hi, Pawan. Good evening.
Yeah, let's wait for 2 minutes. Okay, then after we will going to start.
Oh,
So in YouTube you need to just search for Devops easy. Then you can find the first channel. Okay, if you go to playlist section, if you come down, there is DevOps interview question and answers, right? In this playlist, you will find all 77 mock interviews. If you want tool wise separate, so you can find Git, Ansible, Terraform, okay, Docker, Kubernetes. So if you want to become strong in Docker, so just blindly follow this Docker playlist. If you want to become strong in Kubernetes, Kubernetes playlist. For every tool, there is a separate playlist. So without further wasting, Jay, can you please introduce yourself?
just thanks for this opportunity. Myself, Jai. Total, I have around 8 plus years of experience into the IT. Go into DevOps with AWS. I have more than worked on 6 years. I
Oh,
started my career as a Linux admin. Then I moved to the DevOps role. Um, I have deep understanding of CI/CD process. For that, I worked on extensively with Jenkins, uh, and I'm using Docker for containerization and Kubernetes for orchestrating and managing the container application at the scale. I'm also well versed in the Git as a version control tool. I'm using Ansible for the confidence management, which I use it to automate the infrastructure provisioning. In addition to that, I have the strong background in AWS, having managed cloud infrastructure and services. I have involved most services like EC2, S3, Lambda, RDS, IAM. I'm also familiar with monitoring and logging tools like Prometheus and Grafana. That is which I use it to ensuring system performance and troubleshooting the issues, managing metrics. Yes, I'm passionate about the streamlining workflows, improving automation, like and ensuring system reliability and scalability. I'm enjoying collaborating with the teams like DevOps, development and operation teams to bridge the gap between the software development and our operations. I'm excited about this opportunity to contribute my skills and continue growing as a DevOps professional. Thank you for having me today.
yeah, Jay, everything is perfect. But you need to improve a lot. How you will improve? If you continuously introduce
Practice.
yourself.
Okay.
There is some confidence is missing. Okay, your introduction is okay, but there is no
Okay.
confidence, and you are not
Yeah.
delivering your introduction confidently.
Okay. I will improve.
So you need to be active, right? Opposite person will feel, oh, he is confident and active. And one more thing, there is a good news that
Yeah.
one of my candidate selected for like completed first round in Capgemini. Next
Okay.
week he has a second round. So he just called me right just before, and he is feeling very happy because he at least selected first round. That is one of the top company. That's the
Yeah.
reason he is
Good to
happy.
hear.
But yeah, second round hope he will he should successful. But first round every like for every question he has answered, mostly they have focused Docker and Kubernetes. I have asked him what they have asked more. They have asked on Docker and Kubernetes in depth. So you got clarity, right? Majority companies will prefer containerization, that is Docker and Kubernetes. So you need to, right? You utilize most time in Docker, Kubernetes, and Terraform as well, and Jenkins because Jenkins is a hot, right? There we will call our tools.
Yes.
Yeah, Raj has joined. Yeah, Raj, can you please introduce yourself? Yesterday also you've joined. I've given you the feedback. I hope you have prepared well. Let's check how you are going to perform today.
Yeah. Hi, Pavan. My name is Raja. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. So, I have total of 6 years of IT experience. My relevant experience in DevOps is 4 plus years. I started my career as Java developer. Later, I got the chance to work on DevOps and cloud technologies. I have strong background in Docker and Kubernetes for containerizing applications, and also implementing and designing and implementing CI/CD pipelines using Jenkins. We integrated multiple DevOps tools in that pipeline, like like Maven for build tool and Nexus for artifact management and Server Queue for source code analysis. And also, I'm proficient in uh, I'm proficient in Terraform to automate the cloud infrastructure by writing some Terraform script. And also, I'm experienced in logging and for setup logging and monitoring. So we used Prometheus and Grafana for this in this setup. Prometheus as for a data source, and Grafana for visualize the dashboard and visualize the metrics in the dashboards. So, and passionate about learning new things and optimize the workflows and improving the collaboration between the development and operations team. I'm looking forward for this opportunity where I can contribute my skills and technologies. Yeah, yeah. That's a brief introduction about me. Thank you.
Yeah, I can clearly tell that you didn't practice and right, you didn't prepare the introduction part. I can clearly say that.
Actually, I prepared it, but while saying, I'm forgetting.
Why you
Also,
will why you will forget if you prepared right perfectly?
maybe I need to practice a lot.
Yeah, you need to practice offline, not directly in the mock.
Yeah, yeah. I practiced in the offline also, but while explaining you, I'm getting confused. So all of a sudden, the words are not getting in my mind.
Okay, don't confuse and remove everything from your mind.
Okay.
So then only you can able to perform. If not, due to that stress, right, you
Hmm.
will not going to perform.
Yes, exactly. That is what happened to me.
Okay, your introduction is was doubtful.
Yeah.
Same. Okay, compared to you, right, J was good. I can able to tell that.
Okay.
J is lagging in confidence. Okay, J was 70% perfect, but you are 100% not performing well. So you need to improve too much.
Yeah, definitely I'll improve it.
J was 30% great. Remaining 70% J will improve if you practice more. But right, don't take it negative manner.
No,
You
no, no,
need to
not,
improve
not
that.
like that.
I never take it like that. It's my feedback. Definitely I'll work on that.
Okay.
As per your suggestion, we are improving. Oh,
Exactly.
I will share my screen. Today will be total Docker in-depth real-time right scenario-based interview questions.
Okay.
So first question. How do you troubleshoot a container that crashes immediately after starting? Nothing but I've created a container.
Okay.
Container was started, but suddenly container was stopped working. So in that situation, how you are going to troubleshoot? This is the real time interview question.
we can check the logs.
So in that situation, we'll go through the Docker logs for status of the container, what's going on. So if I'm not getting anything, we'll go to the we can describe that Docker also, and also for knowing for knowing more details, we'll go inside the Docker. Like we can use the command called Docker exec it Docker name container name and /bin/bash. We can use that command.
Super. I am expecting this type of answers because you are directly explaining the command.
Mm.
and you are telling me the troubleshooting steps as well. By this, I got clarity, right? Raj has done troubleshooting really in real in his company, like while working. I can tell that confidently because you are taking the example and you are explaining the command. You are not giving the straightforward answer like Jay.
Oh,
I will
good.
see the logs. Everyone will see the logs. If something happens, it's a damn sure. Everyone see the logs. But how I will see the logs? How I will troubleshoot? You need to explain. If you don't explain, because I'm expecting something, so you need to fulfill my requirement. Now Raj has explained with the command and the
Hello.
steps as well. I got impressed. I'm happy. I will go to next question. So how do you debug a slow performing Docker container? Right, my Docker container was very slow. My application is not loading at all.
We can go through the resources, Docker resources. Uh, I don't know where I can.
First, we check the resource type, which type of instance we are using. We need to extend our size by using
Super, super, you are right. But you can explain with real life examples.
real. Yeah,
Okay, I will move to next question. How do you troubleshoot connectivity issues between two containers?
judicious.
There is an application pod and there is a database pod. These two pods, so not pod, not container, are not able to communicate with each other. At the time, how you will troubleshoot that connectivity?
Yeah, we can check the network of the containers by using Docker network container. Mm, okay.
When we inspect the container, right, we will get what is the network was attached
Exactly.
for this
Exactly.
container. By that, we can able to check.
Yes.
Okay.
We need to inspect the containers. Yes, sir. You're right.
How do you troubleshoot volume mount issues? Obviously, for the container, I will mount a volume. Right? The
Yes.
volume mount was not happening at the time. How you will troubleshoot that? So every question was right. Really, which was happened, right? I used to get tickets. Okay, daily volume mount issues, all these things. I got tickets. So from
Okay.
there only, I'm collecting the questions.
Initially, first we check the mount path. Actually, is it is correct or not?
Super. Yes, you are right.
Then we have any permission issues like we can change our ownership or
Yes, right. You are absolutely right. So, do you know
if
what is
you
the
have
command to mount to, in Docker? If I want to mount a volume, what is the command?
exactly don't know.
I think we can use connect Docker volume connect to the particular container.
No, Docker
We can
container
create
run minus v. I need to give the volume, right? Volume name and
Yes.
volume
colon.
path.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it.
So, how do you troubleshoot a Docker file build failure? You have written a Docker file. You have executed Docker image build minus t and the dot nothing but you were given your location. So,
Yes.
but build got failed. Docker image build got failed.
Initially, we can check the syntaxes in the. I'm not. I'm wrong. Maybe.
Raj, you want to add something?
So once I I go through the Docker files. If there is any misconfiguration in the Docker files, I need to check it.
Uh, Pawan expecting like file. We need to have full read write permission required.
No need.
No read write. Okay.
Yeah. How do you resolve image pull failures? I'm trying to pull the image, but image is not pulling. So how do you resolve image pull failures in Docker?
We can first we can check our we are logging by we are logging or not first. Then
And also we can make sure whether the correct image name is we have given or not.
yeah, which tag specific tag.
So as I said, right, straightforward also will not going to work. You know to explain
Yes,
with
sir.
examples.
These are questions are very new. Yeah.
Is it right, Pawan, or wrong? Because I'm doubting, that's why I'm
You
not.
are right. You are right.
Okay.
If you are wrong, right, I
Okay.
will tell.
I thought
Okay.
there is a doubt. That's why I'm not extending the extent.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Whatever you right, whatever you are just
Hmm.
getting into the mind, just deliver it. It's okay. This is not a real, right?
Yes. Yes.
If you are doing mistakes anyway, you will going to correct it. If you don't speak out, right, if you don't tell,
Hmm.
it will be inside your brain, and because of that confusion, you will not perform well.
Okay. Sure.
Whatever it may be, speak it out. Yeah. Anyway, you join with your fake email. Your identity will not going to reveal.
Okay.
It's okay. You will again check that video. Like that only you will right improve. Then you will perform well in the interviews because your doubt go clear. So
Mm-hmm.
you will
Yes.
speak
Yes.
confidently in the real interview.
You're right.
So first what I will do, whether right, whatever the image I'm pulling from where I was pulling from the Docker registry. Just imagine I'm pulling the image from Docker Hub. So first I need to log in, right, using Docker login. I need to give the username and password. Then I will log in. Okay. Then after whenever image pull, right, because of that right credentials issues also, if we don't log in, definitely if it is a registry is private, obviously I don't have a permission, right? So whenever I pull image will not going to pull. So right recently in when we are working with development team, they try to pull a image. At that time they get an issue. So after checking, I realized that they forget to log in. So then after I log in, right, I log in with the credentials. Then after the image pull was resolved. If you tell like this, right, opposite person will
Mm.
feel okay, he is really worked in a team, because you are highlighting the team, everything, right, and you are already telling that I have helped the team as well. So if I selected you, right, automatically you will select our team as well, right?
Okay.
So how do you diagnose high resource usage by a container? One container was taking too much of resources. At that time, how do you diagnose high resource usage by a container?
No idea, Pawan.
How do you troubleshoot slow image builds? Whenever I shoot Docker image build, right? It is
Mm.
okay, it's running, right? It is taking too much of time, right? Image build was taking a lot of time. Whenever I shoot
Because
Docker
of that,
image build, it is loading. After right 1 hour or 2 hour, image right creating.
Okay.
So that is the issue.
depend upon the resource type that is comes. We need to use big big size of instances.
So instead of base images, we should take like Alpine images
Super.
to
Yes.
reduce the image size.
Yes, you are right. Here, whenever I use Docker image build, what will happen? It will try to pull the Docker image.
Yes.
So when
Yes.
as Raj said, if I use a Alpine image, so automatically size will reduce. If the size is reduced, Docker image build process will become fast.
Yes.
But as Jay mentioned, resource usage is not a right instance resource usage because we are not talking about the instance. We are talking about the Docker image build.
Okay.
In addition to that, we can take multi-stage builds to reduce the uh, fast builds to become. Is it right?
Multi-stage build will just reduce the image size, not image build time.
Um, Okay.
How do you handle container logs that grow too large?
How do you deep?
How do you handle container logs that grow too large?
No idea for them.
Last final question. How do you debug DNS issues inside a container? This is also one type of real issue. Okay, in our project,
Mm,
one of the container not getting a network.
okay.
So at that time they have done simple configuration. Then after it got resolved.
So first
Anyway,
step.
I will going to show you that no issues. I will just show you the answers. I will open the Visual Studio Pro.
These are like troubleshooting real-time scenario questions. It seems to be. That's
Yeah,
why.
if you if you know all these 10
Yes.
questions, right, you can easily answer, right? Mostly every answer you will, mostly Docker interview will crack. Docker
Yes.
related interview.
Exactly.
So, okay, how do you troubleshoot a container that crashes immediately after starting? A
Mm.
container exists immediately after being launched, and you need to identify the issue. What are the troubleshooting steps? You will
Yes.
just check the container logs, Docker logs in the container ID. Look for errors in the application or startup scripts. Right, whenever you see, you will get some message, right? Still, if you are not getting, you can run, right? Login interactively. Docker run -80. Okay. Inside that container, if you want to test some commands, definitely you can able to test. Or you can inspect the container to check the configurations, verify the environmental variables or volume mounts, right? Or a command, whatever it may be, you can at least you can able to briefly see the configuration, right? What you have done,
Yes.
you can verify it. So what is a real life example? A Node.js container crashed because the node underscore env variable was not set. Okay, setting it properly resolve the issue, right? Docker run -c node underscore env equal to production image name, right? Due to that configuration issues also, application container will not going to run. So how do you debug a slow performing Docker container? Web application running inside a container is experiencing high latency. So monitor container resource usage, Docker stats container ID, inspect network latencies, use ping to check the connectivity, analyze logs, Docker logs, okay, inspect disk if the container depends on heavily on check volume modes and disk performance. So real life example, a Python plus application running in a container was slow due to insufficient memory. Increasing the memory limit resolve the issue. Right? Docker run -1 memory equal to I give increase some memory automatically. That container will get a huge memory and this problem will be solved. How do you troubleshoot connectivity issues between two containers? So verify the network, Docker network inspect network name, right? Check container connectivity, Docker exec -80 container and ping another container. From one container, I'm going to ping the other container.
Okay.
So validate the ports and services. Ensure the target service is running and listening on the expected port. So check firewall rules, verify no external firewalls or IP tables rules are blocking traffic. So real life example, the database container was unreachable because the service was configured to listen on 127.0.0.1 instead of right 0.0.0.0. 127.0.0.1 is what is this? Local host. Local host nothing but only that container will able to communicate. Instead of 00 nothing but 0000 nothing but what? Everyone. So updating the configuration fixes the issue. Nothing but to this container anyone can able to communicate. That's the meaning. How do you troubleshoot volume mount issues? Okay, you will inspect your container ID, check the permissions, whether the directory which you are using right as a volume,
Okay.
whether it has a permission or not. If it does not have the permission, change the permission.
Right.
So you can test the volume access as well. Just log into your container and just ls the data. So ensure the volume exists. If your volume is not present, how it will going to mount? So first you need to check Docker volume ls whether the volume is available or not. Real life example: MySQL container failed to start because the var lib MySQL directory on the host lacked write permissions. Adjusting permission resolve the issue. Okay, this just go through it. Okay, I will update this in the GitHub. So just go through it and prepare. Right, add a note. So when someone asks you what you have done in Docker, can you please explain what the troubleshooting you have performed? Okay, every real life example, go and check. Right, note it out. So explain the same. MySQL container got failed because of that var lib MySQL directory doesn't have the permissions. So I've changed the permission. How you have changed the permission? Chmod, right? 400, the path. So like that, I've changed the permission. Thereafter, I've mounted that volume to the container. Now it was the issue was resolved. Or 777, nothing but execute permission.
Full permissions.
You will get all permissions 777 nothing but what 7 nothing but read write execute. What is a read? 4. What is a write? 2.
Fourth.
What is a execute? 1. 4 plus 2
Yes.
plus 1 how much?
7.
7.
Yes. So that here 3 sevens nothing but user, right? Group,
Group.
others.
Others.
How do you troubleshoot a Docker file build failures? Check the Docker file syntax, violate the Docker file against best practices and syntax rules, use build context effectively, ensure all required files are included in the build context. Like for example, if you are copying a file, whether that file is available or not in your wherever your Docker file is present. So that's what they are mentioned. Ensure all required files are included.
Okay.
Run the build with detailed output, right? Docker build. Test individual steps, run problematic commands manually. So real life example, right? Run apt-get install command failed because apt-get update was missing. Yes, adding it resolve the issue.
Okay.
Like for example, if you are using some right Debian, nothing but Ubuntu related images, right? Apt-get update is compulsory or not? Once you
Come.
update the package, then only it going to
Mandatory.
install.
Yes.
So this is the real life example or not? If you tell the same in the interview, will he will improve or not? Impress automatically, and he will think that you really worked in a company because no one will go take these examples. If you go, everyone was keeping experience, but they don't know exactly how to explain. So you need to take the real life example and you need to tell in the interview. Then only they will going to right. They will get the point you already worked. So how do we resolve image pull failures in Docker? I told you right, Docker login.
Okay.
Real life example, image pull from a private registry failed because the credential were expired. Renewing the credential resolve the issue. So here credential renewal, how you are talking nothing but there is a ECR or not? Some
Yes.
companies will use ECR. They will
Yes.
have the credential expiration, of course. So then you need to go to check and ECR you need to approve. So Docker Hub and ECR both are same. Okay, in the Docker Hub you will use Docker login. In the ECR you will use ECR login and use some token like that.
Okay.
So how do you diagnose high resource usage? If you know Docker Hub, how to configure Docker Hub, ECR is also dead easy. He will directly give the command.
Mhm.
How do you
Yes.
diagnose high resource usage by a container? You will just kept a limit. Okay, Docker run. You will set the limit, right, memory and CPU. That's it. Then this container will not going to take a huge load, right? High resource usage.
Okay.
So if you see a Java application is in a container consumes all available memory due to an incorrect setting. Adding the JVM argument fixes the issue. There will be some Java, right? Java, whatever application. If you do some misconfiguration, right, due to that it will take a huge process. So due to that huge process, right, what load will be increased automatically. It will consumes more CPU and memory. So docker run minus a, I set the environmental variable of Java ops, then automatically issue was resolved. How do you troubleshoot slow image builds? So in the place of Ubuntu, you will use the Alpine. Okay. So switching from Node 14 to Node 14 Alpine reduced build time significantly. Real life example. So how do you handle container logs that grow too large? Okay, log files inside a container consumes excessive disk space. So limit log file size. Use Docker log rotation option. So if you say max size, right, max file. Have kept the maximum file 3 and maximum file size will be 10 MB. So redirect logs to external storage. Use login tools like ELK or FluentD. Inspect current logs. So rotating logs for a high traffic Nginx container avoided disk overflow. So how do you debug DNS issues inside a container? This one I've told you, right? 8.8.8.8. What is this IP address? Do you know? Which what is this IP address? Which related IP address is this?
Mm,
No.
I don't know, Tom.
Sorry,
We don't actually.
this is very important. What I'm getting?
Google public DNS.
No, no. What is
Yeah.
this?
Google.
Google public DNS. Right?
So what is the Google IP address? You need to
Over.
know 8.8.8.8. It is the public IP address of the Google.
Google, yeah.
Okay.
Everyone, this is the basic one. Everyone will know this. Inside the container, if you are not getting a internet connection, right, by simply adding the DNS 8.8.8.8, it will resolve.
Okay.
So if you see the real life example, this one I've done recently. A corporate firewall blocked DNS traffic, adding 8.8.8.8 as a custom DNS server resolve the issue. Okay, no issues. Check it out. Now you have learned something. The next time what is the IP address of the google.com? It's a 8.8.8.8.4
I got
8s.
it.
So yeah, that's it for today's mock. I will stop the recording. So whoever watching this video on YouTube, so please like this video so that we will get motivation to continue more mocks like this. And one more thing, if you are looking for training, DevOps training, you can ping me in WhatsApp and you can enroll. And yeah, last month, right? One of in last year, nearly I got a good news. So many people are selected. So this year, I'm expecting Raj or Jay in both of you in upcoming months. Try to crack a job so that I will get confidence.
Definitely. We are trying.
Yeah,
These are the
and
tools
also
I'm going to
Pawan.
cover.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, yes. Go ahead. You are asking something?
Yeah, I just want to mention my interview experience today. So
Okay.
I just want to mention few questions that would be helpful to others. So I was asked a questions like, so can port is running. You have to know whether the port is running or not. So what command you have to use. And also I just want to know all running command, all running ports. So what is the command in Linux?
Okay.
I said telnet, I think, and one more for that. One more next question is netstat. And also they were asking me question about AWS Lambda function, and also how do you store the secrets in Terraform? Yeah, these questions, and also they asked me questions like cron jobs. So
They will start with Linux. Okay.
yeah,
So Linux basic questions. Then after they will go to DevOps. These are the
yes,
repeated questions. What are the questions you are telling, right?
yeah.
These questions are repeated questions.
Even they didn't ask me about I mean Docker and Kubernetes. They asked me only these things.
So I told you, right, in the previous mock,
Yeah.
they will kept the DevOps role. If they're looking for only Linux admin, right, what they will
Right.
do?
Yes.
They will simply focus on Linux because the role was for Linux administrator. But if they kept right DevOps engineer, people
Hmm.
will come and attend interviews. If I kept Linux admin, no one will going to apply.
Okay.
So whatever the requirement, what they are looking, they will expect, they will ask that question itself. They are not asking DevOps. That means the role is not for DevOps.
So and one more
So
doubt.
they will ask DevOps questions and they will keep you as a cloud engineer, whatever it may be.
Hmm. And also I have small doubt, Pavan. After my introduction, she asked me one question. So are you from support side or development side? She asked me. Are you a support role or development role? I said I am from development role, but I think she didn't agree with that. It seems to be you are from support role. So I don't know exactly that. Can you explain that one? So I
The
explained
resume
about the
what you
CACD.
have mentioned.
So yeah, I explained about CACD workflows and monitoring. I mean, monitoring and logging. So I explained the things in my introduction. So when I
Then
yeah,
it's
after I
an
complete.
admin role, right? If you are monitoring something, you are admin. You are doing
Mhm.
a support.
Okay.
You already clearly mentioned it. If you are development, then you will support the developer and you will work for development part. You
Yeah.
have clearly mentioned monitoring, that is operations. So operations comes under administration. So
Okay. Is it
you
support?
already said you are proved that you are a admin. Now you are telling you are a developer. Then definitely they will not agree, right?
And also I mentioned Terraform, Kubernetes, and the remaining tools also. But that is I wanted to ask you. Ask
Sorry.
Actually, I have that question in my mind. So, what is the role of the support role, and what about the development role? So, what should I say if I want to be a development role?
DevOps is nothing but support role, okay? Not a development role. DevOps is a support role.
Okay, then why is asking me development side or support side? That
To get to
question.
know if I am hiring as a DevOps engineer, so I'm
Hmm.
expecting a support, right? So if you are from development, so I'm not going to take you. If my role was clearly for support, if I'm looking for a support person, I will get a
Mm-hmm.
clarity or not, whether he's from development background or support background.
So, development means developing applications like
Yeah,
when
writing the code.
Acha. But I mentioned everything in Java. This one, right? DevOps role. They are also looking for DevOps role.
That's what I said. If they are looking for a developer who knows coding, who know little bit of programming language. If they are
Okay.
looking for that,
Achha.
obviously they will choose a person who know
Okay.
able to build the code simultaneously. If they get any issues, they need to have some programming language to resolve the issues on their own.
Okay, got
Every
it.
time you should not go to developer.
Right. So, okay, I mentioned like, my last project was, I mentioned Java project as that's my maybe they asked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you can ping me in the WhatsApp if we are watching on the YouTube for the real-time DevOps training.
Thank you, Paul.
Yeah, let's meet again in the next mock interview. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.